Hi everyone, welcome back to my next quote of the day. Today we have a quote from Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu is understood to be the author of the Tao Te Ching, the primary text of Taoism. Very, very wise man. I love the Tao Te Ching. I follow it and to a degree, and I'm a big believer, big fan. Okay, he said this: hopeful, we are halfway to where we want to go. Hopeless, we are lost forever. So I see four topics here in this quote. He says being hopeful or being hopeless, and halfway to where do we want to go, a goal, and the opposite of the goal is being lost forever. Do you have a goal? If you have a goal, do you have hope of reaching that goal? Do you have a path to reach that goal? If you have no goal, then you're just wandering around, meandering nowhere. You're just doing whatever the wind blows, you do. Whatever society says, this is what you should do, you do it. Do you have a goal in your life? That's so important. And if you do have a goal, if somewhere in your heart and your mind you have the thought, I'd really like this. Are you hopeful to getting there? Are you so hopeful that you're on a path? You're actually taking steps. You've developed some kind of a plan, detailed or almost nothing, whichever one you are at this moment. But you have a plan and a hope, and you're moving. He says, if you have hope, if you have a plan and you have hope, you're halfway there. And I think that is really important, really important. That if you have the goal, if you have a plan, and you intend to get there, and you have hope that you're going to get there, then you're halfway there. You've done the hard part. And you've done the part most of us never accomplish. We never set a goal for our life. We're just blown around by the winds of fortune and misfortune that blow around us all the time. We are just directed and guided by conformity to society. We do have goals, most of us, of some kind, but they're the goals society places on us, and we conform to society's goals. They aren't my goal. They aren't originating in my heart and coming out of it. And I see this goal that comes from my heart, and I have set my mind, and I hope to reach it. You're halfway there. If you haven't found the goal that comes from your own heart, and you're not following that goal, you are hopeless. Your life has become futile. You'll just keep blowing around by the winds, by the dictates of society. Society says this is what's best for you. You'll conform and you'll do it because you have no goal that originates in your heart of love and joy and hope, and you're not following that goal. Without it, you're hopeless because you're not going anywhere. If you're not going anywhere, you can't have hope of getting there. If your goals in life are simply to conform to what society says, society tells us to be good, productive citizens, and that means get an education of some kind, get a job, make a lot of money, buy a house, get married and have kids, buy more stuff, get a bigger house, have more kids, buy more stuff, get a promotion, make more money, impress more people, keep up with the Joneses. So that's what society says. And if that's what you're doing, then you don't have any goals. You're just conforming. I'm doing what society says to do, and I'm doing it to the best of my ability. That's a hopeless, futile way to live. Hopeless, we're lost forever. What does he mean by we're lost forever? He means by that, you're not going anywhere because you don't have a goal. You're just blowing around. You're just blowing around in the wind. That's lost. The society says, okay, make more money. Okay, I'll make more money however I have to do it. Society says, get a better education. You go back to school. Society says, buy a bigger TV. They said to do it on the television. Buy this beer. Oh, they said to do it on television. You're just wandering around through life. You're not going anywhere. You're just doing what you're told. You're being blown by the winds of society, conformity to society. That's hopeless. If your hope is just to get a new, better TV, to go on a longer vacation, to get a better wife, to get a better husband, you're lost. You're just lost. Your life is meaningless and futile. You're being blown by the winds. So, and maybe that's all you want out of life. Maybe that's good enough for you. Maybe, then why are you, you maybe not shouldn't watch this channel. I mean, please watch this channel every day. Maybe find some inspiration, find a goal. You're kind of lost if you're just following, conforming to society. That is a way of being blown by the wind wherever it leads you. And that is, in essence, lost. So I hope you get found. I hope you will find in your own heart, your own goals, your own meaning, your own purpose, your own vision, your own love, and you'll set a goal and you'll follow it. And you'll have hope in it. Otherwise, it's either hope or hopeless. That's your choice. Those are what the paths that you have laid out before you. So I hope this gives you some thought, some pause, some inspiration. And sometimes the truth is unpleasant. And this was an unpleasant truth, but it can become a pleasant truth. You can have hope and you can be halfway there to your goal just by finding the goal, setting the goal, having hope you can reach the goal, and taking the first step. You take that first step and you're halfway there. I hope that spoke to you. I hope you can see through the unpleasantness of it to see the bright and shining light that is waiting for you if you decide to make some changes in your life. So if you did get anything out of this little talk, I hope you will maybe hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and maybe tell a friend that you have found a channel that often gets something out of him. And I'll see you on the next quote of the day. See you then.